is good? Group number one. For those of you who are drawn to the first image, this is going to be your reading today on what's the good news. We're going to be seeing whatever positive messages Spirit wants to give today. So, Spirit guys, this is for group number one. What's the good news? What's the good news? What blessings are coming towards group number one? What's the good news? I just heard something about city. Somebody could be moving to a city, maybe a new city. Somebody here could be relocating or traveling. Maybe traveling to a city you haven't been before yet. I can't make this up. Wow. You got the Eight of Gabriel, which is literally one of the cards talking about travel. So it says a great deal of activity, sudden and immediate results, important communication. So some of you may be getting the opportunity to travel somewhere for something. This could be, you got the wheel here. The wheel also talks about travel too. So that's crazy. So yeah, many of you, you are traveling soon. You may get an opportunity to travel to like a wedding or a funeral or graduation. I just heard court appearance as well. What is it called? A subpoena? I think that's what it's called. Some of you, this could be legal related. But yeah, definitely picking up travel for this group. But I feel like this travel is going to be something with a very positive outcome, whether it's you having an amazing time, which I could absolutely see that, or maybe, you know, if this has anything to do with legal matters, this could be you like getting like money or getting a desired outcome of some sort. But I feel like travel is going to be involved with you really, really soon. Let's get some more information here. What's the good news? What's the good news? I'm going to take this. The Empress. Ooh. So, time to act upon plans. Creativity is rewarded. Luxurious or abundant resources. So, yeah, some of you could be receiving some type of financial blessing soon here as well. And I feel like with this Empress card here, this financial blessing may, like, the purpose of it could be like the universe rewarding you for hard work. You know, creativity is rewarded here. Or this could be the universe, you know, sending you this money for definitely to pour into yourself. Something about pouring into yourself. So this could be you, like we talk about travel here, but maybe you receive the money first and then you start to make plans to travel. Some of you could be in that order or in the opposite order, or it could be two completely different things here. But I've definitely seen like you're receiving like some type of like amount of money, and it doesn't have to be like a shit ton of money or anything, because these are general readings, so it's going to be different for everybody. But let's say you receive $500. You know, you can use that $500 to, you know, to pour into yourself. You can set up a nice spa day for yourself. You may not have done that in a really long time. Or you may decide to take yourself out to dinner to a really, really nice restaurant. You may decide to get dressed up and all that, you know. But I definitely see you pouring into yourself. And I feel like that's the good news, is that you're going to be able to pour into yourself. You're going to be financially able to pour into yourself. Because some of you are like, well, I really don't have any extra money to do some of the things that I really want to do. But I feel like that's part of the good news here, is that you're going to be like you're going to be well taken care of. And with the Empress energy here as well, Empress energy is that divine feminine energy. She's the embodiment of that. Um, so that divine feminine energy is that receptive energy. So this could be you receiving something, whether it's from the universe or even from a person. You may have, the universe works in mysterious ways. So you may have, you know, somebody, like, you may one day be like, oh, I really need a spa day, or I need to go on a nice vacation. I just heard cruise as well. Um, but you're like, okay, I don't have the money for this. This may not be you getting the money like tangibly. This could be, maybe somebody else receiving money to be able to pay for your trip. Does this make sense? So I feel like, with this five of Raphael, which is the five of cups here in reverse, um, be open and receptive to other people who may try to come in and help you, because I definitely see some of you as well. The good news is that you may be receiving some type of help or support from somebody. So this abundance could come in the form of a person for some of you. um yeah, definitely Raphael, five of Raphael in reverse here. Don't let the past, um, somebody may come towards you who may remind you of somebody from the past. So don't let like those past emotions and feelings cause you to miss out on the blessing, because some of you may turn somebody away or push somebody off because they remind you of somebody who you like may have had a little bit of, maybe a bad ending with, or like a negative ending, or you just may not have gotten along well with that person. But that's a very specific message coming through here for this group. um wow, okay, so you got the sun here at the bottom of the deck. So the good news is that you're about to, um welcome a lot of happiness into your life, where things may have been seeming really dark or really stagnant or just not moving. I feel like lately you've been seeing glimpses of that. You've been seeing a lot of, synchronicities, especially like angel numbers. Um, yeah, especially angel numbers, and, something about colors. Colors may be a specific sign for you. Certain letters like J. I'm seeing J, W, V, A, H, I, but those may be significant for you. Um, but I definitely feel like at this moment you're noticing a lot of signs and synchronicities, and I feel like you have also learned that, like, to really just go with the flow of things. You're not like trying to control things anymore. Yeah, you're no longer trying to control things. You've learned your lesson on that. And you are now learning to go with the flow of life, to go with the flow of the universe. With this Empress energy here as well, you're learning to co create with the universe. Yeah, you're no longer like trying to control things and have your hand on everything. You're learning that when you go with the flow of the universe, when you fully surrender and trust the universe, everything else just flows. Whether it's something is like a desired outcome or not, you know that it's all a part of the process, all a part of the journey. So I feel like because you finally learned to surrender and let go, um, you're gonna receive a nice blessing for that. Okay, what's the good news? What's the good news? What's the good news for group number one? What's the good news? Okay. So you got your dreams need a practical plan. Full moon in Taurus. Somebody could be a Taurus, sun, moon, and rising. or Mercury and Venus as well. I'm picking up, but I feel like the good news here is that you're you're finally entering into this time in your life to where your manifestations are no longer just things that you're dreaming about and envisioning. Now it is coming into the material. It's coming into this reality that you're in, or you have successfully like timeline shifted to your desired life. But it's, I feel like right now you've been in this like energy of getting acclimated to that new energy, if that makes sense. So it's almost like when you like in video game reference, when you go to the next level, you finish that one level and you go to the next level, you are just now seeing this new level. You know, you don't know what lies ahead for you. You may have come from a level that was really dark, but now this new level has a lot of lighting, it has a lot of color, and it's like, okay, well, I gotta get used to this. So I feel like you have lately been in this that energy of getting used to things, getting used to this new level, and it's like now you're used to it. You're actively moving around within it. You're how do I explain it? You're finally experiencing this level now. You're not just, you know how when like you have been sitting in the dark for a long time and then you finally cut your lights on and your eyes have to adjust to that new light. This is the energy I'm picking up for this group, basically. But I feel like now you've finally got it adjusted to it, and now things are finally moving for you. And you've been seeing small signs and glimpses of it lately. Over the past couple of weeks, you've been seeing a lot of signs and synchronicities. So just be, what's the word? Conscious of those signs and synchronicities, especially if you're seeing certain animals, whether in person or in on TV or behind on a bumper sticker, whatever it may be for you. Just be conscious of those things and really just see like, what does this mean for me? If I see a sticker of a blue whale, what does this have to do with me? You know, what is blue? Like, what's the significance of the color blue? What's the significance of a whale? You know, like you can do your research on those things and easily Google that type of stuff as well. So conclusions are within reach, full moon eclipse. So the good news here is that you are finally acclimated to this new timeline, this new energy that you're in. You're no longer stuck in the past. You're no longer weeping and crying over, what went wrong for you. You're now with the Five of Cups. You've now looked around and yeah, if you can see on the picture here, she in the original like Five of Cups, the person's like face towards the three cups that have fallen over and are spilled out, and they're kind of crying and weeping. But in this picture here, she's turned around. She's no longer focused on the three presents that were already opened. She now sees these two new presents that have yet to be opened. So I feel like you've finally moved over into that energy. You finally turned around and noticed the two cups that are still up, which is a very, very beautiful energy to be in right now, group number one, which I'm so happy for y'all. Like, I'm so happy for y'all. You deserve this. You deserve this. You've done the damn thing. Just being honest with you, you've done the damn thing, and you deserve this shit. You deserve whatever blessing is coming towards you. And Spirit isn't really being too specific on this, because I feel like it may be quite a few of y'all watching this group. But yeah, I definitely feel like this is a very beautiful energy to have. So I wanted to end off the reading with a nice affirmation. And I don't know if you were seeing me shuffle, but this card fell out once and I put it back and it just fell out again. So I'm going to take this for your group here. So it says, I am worth loving. I do not have to earn love. I am lovable because I exist. Others reflect the love I have for myself. So for sure, you've been doing a lot of inner work. And I feel like now that you've done that inner work, it's going to show on the outside. Now, you have successfully, group number one, made it to this new timeline here, and you're finally about to receive so much blessing and so much abundance. So, group number one, these are all the messages that I'm seeing for y'all. Let me know how the reading resonates for you in the comment section. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And I'll see you all in my next reading. Peace out. What is good, group number two? For those of you who are drawn to the second image, this is going to be your reading today. And what's the good news? What blessings are coming towards you? What positive messages you may need to hear today? So what's the good news for group number two? As I was tapping into your energy, I was picking up the energy of Archangel Michael. So some of you may work with Archangel Michael, or Archangel Michael just may be one of your guides at the moment through this transitional stage that you're in right now, group number two. I feel like you are definitely either currently experiencing a lot of change or you've already experienced this change. I've seen like for many of you, you're either, it's not like about to happen. I feel like you're either in it or you just got out of it or finished it. But I definitely see a lot of really good things about to happen for you, group number two. And I feel like one of the biggest good news here is that you've made it. You've made it. I feel like many of you, you've been going through a lot lately, especially maybe in your career and finances, home life. But yeah, 10 of Michael, a situation has ended and you are finally free. New opportunities for happiness will now follow. I'll take that too. Let's come out in reverse. But look at this, y'all. You got the 9 of Gabriel, which is the 9 of Wands, the 10 of Michael, and then you got the Page of Ariel, which is the Page of Pentacles in reverse. So, yeah, you guys are really strong. I just heard from your spirit guys, you guys are really, really strong. Strong in the sense of you can take on a lot. Like things that would fucking break other people has literally only made you stronger, and you are somebody who you're very intelligent, and you have a very like analytical way of dealing with like your emotions or dealing with certain experiences and traumas. So some of you could, like, your moon sign could be Libra, Gemini, or Aquarius. Or you may have a strong Mercury presence in your chart. But I definitely feel like this group here, you can take on a lot. You just can. That's just the way you're built. And I feel like, again, like things that would like just really take other people out or cause people to have like a mental breakdown and stay that way, like for you, you've really successfully gotten past a lot of things in your life, a lot of traumas, a lot of like negative experiences that, you know, and just to be real, be honest, a lot of these experiences for you may have really caused you to like have things like low self-esteem or insecurities or may have gotten you down for a minute, but I feel like over time you have, especially as you've like grown up and matured, and also as you've progressed in your spiritual journey, which is the biggest thing here, you've learned that these experiences from your past were not meant to hurt or harm you. They were meant to build you up. They were meant to teach you certain lessons, so that way it doesn't repeat itself. You're meant to clear that karma, which I feel like a lot of those experiences for you were you clearing out generational karma, generational curses, and because you've done all that hard work, I feel like many of you now you're either like right at the very end of it or you've already finished it. Some of you may be drawn to group number one. If you were drawn to group number one, definitely check that one out. But it's like because of this hard work, you're finally entering into an energy of peace. You're finally like things are finally like calming down for you. And I feel like just over this journey for you, which for some of you could have lasted over like some years, like this could have been years in the making. But because you've just like really persevered, yeah, like I said, stay determined and move forward. Be prepared for any possibility because you've really persevered and didn't give up on this journey, although many times you really wanted to. Because you didn't, you're about to be heavily rewarded for that. You got the page here. Pages talk about a new beginning, fresh energy. So with this being a page of Pentacles, which Pentacles talks about, the material is that earthy energy. It's that tangible things. I feel like you're about to, even your career as well, you're about to have some type of new beginning in your career and financial sector in your life, and also in your home life as well. Some of you may be like relocating or getting a new home or getting approved for a new home. Some of you may even maybe receiving like some type of promotion to where you're finally able to, keep up with your bills. Some of you, when it comes to like your bills, you may have been really behind or you may have been really struggling with that. So I feel like the good news here is that you're no longer having to struggle with these things. You're now able to receive that universal help because you finally cleared this energy out and you're finally able to receive. I feel like the page may be in reverse right now because it's hasn't happened just yet. This is like what is to come, which I feel like is going to be a really big like financial blessing for you, which it could come in the form of an actual check or money, or it could come in the form of like some type of approval of something, or it could come in the form of a new position or a new promotion or something like that. But I feel like you've learned to be really resourceful as well. You're somebody who's very resourceful. You can, you're somebody who may be able to make something out of nothing. I feel like many of you are very creative as well. You have a very creative mind, like in your own way. A lot of people only view creativity to look one type of way, like art or music or something like that. But creativity can be anything. It could be being creative with technology, being creative with your thoughts, being creative with manipulating energy or manipulating in general, being creative with your looks. Like it could look in a lot of different ways. But I feel like creativity for you is definitely like your ideas, the way you think, the way you process things as well, the way you process information. Yeah, I love this energy for you though. Group number two. Love this energy for you. So I feel like this is going to be something that's well deserved. It's like you've you put on quite a show, like Rihanna said, and I feel like you are finally going to receive your applause. You're about to receive your flowers for that. Um, in whichever way the universe wants to bring this to you, it doesn't matter. I feel like the only thing you're meant to do at this moment is just sit back and receive and allow it to come to you. Some of you may be struggling a little bit with like thinking that there's more for you to do, or feeling like you have to be doing something, or you have to just be on go all the time. But I feel like at the moment right now, your spirit guides want you, are kind of easing you into this energy of peace and this energy of rest. They want you to kind of calm down a little bit. I know I saw this at the bottom of the deck here, the Nine of Michael, which is the Nine of Swords. So 999 may be an important number for you. Consecutive numbers may be an important sign for you as well, like 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, stuff like that, or 1, 2, 3, 4. So it says your worry is unnecessary. Focus your thoughts on the outcome you desire. Release feelings of regret, guilt, or worry to your angels. Literally, like many of you think that the ball is going to drop or something else, like something bad is going to happen. But it's like, if that's what you're focused on, then that's what you're going to manifest for yourself. So your spirit guides right now want to, and I know that may be a little bit difficult for you, especially with is the things that you've gone through. But it's like your spirit guides really want you to think positively and to stop stressing or worrying, and just to know that everything is taken care of. Everything is taken care of. You're good. Your spirit guides are like you're good. Just surrender to the divine. Okay, what's the good news? What's the good news? Anything else? Okay, y'all got quite a bit, and y'all, I can't make this up. Y'all, look at this bottom of the deck energy. What did I literally just say? Surrender to the divine. And the bottom of the deck energy is like overall energy here. So literally, you got at the bottom of the deck here, surrender to the divine, which is literally you releasing all your worries and stress and just going with it. And then you got the Nine of Michael, which is your worry is unnecessary. Focus your thoughts on the outcome you desire. Like, yeah, I can't make this up. This is why I like to pull on camera. Literally, just surrender to the divine. Just let it go. Just go with the flow of things. Now, I know for many of you, it may be easier said than done, but I feel like it's the fact that you are trying, you're striving, you're working towards that. And I feel like that's the most important thing here, is that you at least try, you put some effort into it. Your commitment is being tested. Luck is on your side. Your dreams need a practical plan. Your hard work is paying off. And a new romantic cycle begins. So I feel like, wow, you got your hard work is paying off. This literally sums up everything I was just talking about up here. So I feel like overall, you're about to experience a new cycle in your life. You finally and successfully completed a part of your healing journey that you may have needed to go through by yourself. You've been in hermit mode for a minute, for a really long time. And I feel like this next phase that you're entering into your life, the good news is that you're going to finally have help and support from others who may be on a similar journey, or people who you may consider part of your soul tribe, your soul family. So I definitely feel like you're about to meet new people, group number 2, who are going to be really important and very helpful for your journey. Which your journey is a lifelong thing. You're not done with your journey. Like, ever. Your journey is your journey, whatever that may be for each individual. And again, I feel like you're going to be introduced to new people who are really going to have your back, people who are really rooting for you. Yeah, yeah, definitely people who are going to be really rooting for you and rooting for this change, this transition, for this, for you to be as successful as you can in this lifetime. Like you may have had a lot of people in your past who were really shitty or who were really fake and not really as invested in you as they made you to believe. But I feel like this new set of people coming in are really going to have your back. And I feel like that's part of the reason why you've had to go through a lot of the shitty connections and, doing all this inner work because you were being prepared for this new phase, which is going to be your most abundant phase, in your life, which is going to last the rest of this lifetime here. So it was really important for you to do the inner work so that way you were prepared for this newer energy, this new beginning here, which I feel like is just going to be a piece of cake for you because you've already like really gone through so much. But it's like now, you're just going with the flow of things. You're no longer you're no longer holding on to certain expectations or things like that. You are just finally learning to let go and go with the flow of things. So yeah. So I wanted to end the reading off with a nice affirmation for you moving forward. Um, so I am willing to change. I am willing to release old negative beliefs. They are only thoughts that stand in my way. My new thoughts are positive and fulfilling. Y'all, I can't make this up. This literally wraps up the entire reading here. So don't allow the past and how things from the past may have caused you to, they may not have worked out the way that you wanted to, or may have gone left, or it could have been connections with other people from your past. You've healed that. Group number 2, you've healed that. So don't allow those, past self-limiting beliefs to kind of creep up on you and cause you to, miss out on newer connections that are going to be of your highest good. Because I see a lot of change coming your way. It's just about you being open and receptive to this. Yeah, your commitment is being tested. So this is definitely like a test being sent by the universe to see like if you are ready for this big blessing. So you may be receiving like some type of test soon. If that makes sense, this may come in the form of like a person. Um, it's not for everybody, but for some of you, definitely see some type of test in a sense that's going to see whether or not you are, going to stick to what you've been healing through and working on through your journey. But group number 2, these are all the messages that I'm seeing for y'all. So let me know how the reading resonates for you in the comment section. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Um, yeah, y'all stay well, stay blessed, and I'll see you all in my next reading. Peace out. What is good, group number 3? Last but not least, if you're drawn to the third image, this is going to be your reading today. So we're seeing what is the good news? What good news is coming your way? Could be blessings or I don't know. We'll just see. Whatever positive messages your spirit guides, higher self wants to give to you. That was such a bad shuffle. All right. So spirit guides. This is for group number 3. What's the good news? What's the good news for group 3? So opening up to your energy, I'm seeing the Lover's card, but I'm specifically seeing that angel. I believe that's Archangel Raphael, right? If not, please correct me in the comment section. But I believe it's Archangel Raphael. But the entire meaning of that, I feel like, is divine guidance and also divine protection as well. The good news for you is that you're like heavenly protected. Like you're protected as shit. Like nobody can touch you at this moment. You're being protected from something. Excuse me. Which is why I feel like divine guidance is a part of that because you've been like really listening to your intuition, group number 3, and I feel like your spirit guides are really proud of you. They want me to give you a round of applause here. You've done really well lately with listening to your intuition. That's something that you've been really working on and learning to really trust, is learning to trust yourself and trust that gut feeling that you get. And that comes through trial and error. Um, Especially when we don't listen to our gut on something and then undesired outcome happens and we're like, damn, I really should have listened to myself. So you may have had a lot of moments where that may have happened to where you're like, dang, I should have trusted my gut on that, especially about a certain person or a certain situation. um, so I feel like the biggest thing here, the good news, is that your intuition is increasing at the moment. And I feel like many of you watching this group may be very psychically inclined as well. You may have a lot of spiritual gifts. But yeah, I definitely feel like the good news here is that you're being guided towards something, and for some of you, this is someone. Because now I'm seeing like the actual people on the lover's card that Archangel Raphael is kind of residing over. But I feel like you're being guided towards something or someone. It could be soul tribe, soulmate. Yeah, this is definitely someone or a group of people who you have a soul tie with or a soul connection with. Yeah, this is soulmate energy here. My arm just got a little bit hot just then. I feel like, yeah, this is for sure Archangel Raphael. So Archangel Raphael may be guiding this connection or guiding you towards this blessing that's gonna come in the form of like a connection of some sort. It could be some of you. This could be a mentor. This could be a teacher. This could be an idea for some of you as well. But you're being divinely guided towards something, and it's going to be a big blessing to you in some type of way. So let's get some cards here. I'm kind of tired of talking. Well, yeah, I guess. What's the good news? Not all this, though. Not all this. What's the good news? What's the good news? Group number. What's the good news? 5 of Gabriel in reverse. So the 5 of Wands in reverse. So I feel like you have really learned to conquer your mind and learn to really shift your mindset to a much more positive and a mindset that's much more in alignment with what you're trying to manifest for yourself. Yeah, 10 of Michael. So yeah, many of you have successfully shifted your mindset. You've successfully shifted the way you are thinking about the world around you, perceiving certain things, perceiving people. Excuse me. So I feel like the good news here is that because of this shift that you've made internally, you're finally about to see the outcome of that externally. So it's like you've done the inner work on, the inside, but it's like now you're finally able to see like how that will look like on the outside. Excuse me. So it's like when it comes to like self love. So it's like self love is like an internal thing you have to find within yourself because it's something that's within you. Everybody has that love for themselves. You just have to find it. So I feel, when it comes to like self love, when you finally find that within yourself and you start to, you know, put that into action, you start to radiate that love because you have that love for yourself. So now you're finally able to attract that same love that you would have for yourself, and so that's how a lot of people manifest their soulmates. And so I feel like for many of you, that's you may have been on that self love journey. You may have been on that journey of self and just learning and discovering like as much as you can about yourself, who you are, what you value, what you believe, what you don't believe. Some of you have shifted like religious beliefs or spiritual beliefs, and I feel like that's where you're meant what you're meant to do. That's what life is about. Things don't always stay. Things are not set in stone. Things change. Things shift. Excuse me. Give me some water. All right. So, what was I saying? I feel like you the good news here for this group is that you've been successful. You've successfully shifted inwardly because you've been in hermit mode for a minute. You've successfully done that. And like now it's time to see what that may look like on the outside. Whatever work that you've been doing on yourself, whether it's certain beliefs, self-limiting beliefs, because the Five of Wands in the upright position talks about more so external conflict from people around you, but in reverse, it's more so of an internal conflict. But paired with this Ten of Michael, this Ten of Swords, you've mastered this. You've completed this. 10 is the number of completion. So I feel like you have, and it's double 5 as well. Interesting. So you've successfully completed this. You successfully shifted this. Whatever it was that was holding you back, and like now it's time for you to reap those benefits, or it's finally time to see what that may look like externally, what it may look like in the upright position, but less of conflict and more so of positive things happening for you. If I get like one or two more, okay? Y'all, I can't make this up. You got the lovers. Literally, I started the reading out talking about this. Holy shit. Then you got the, what is this? King of Gabriel in reverse. So it says, make choices from your heart, deeply emotional commitments, the power of love. So for sure, I feel like what it's going to look like on the outside is these two cards here. This talks about you finally meeting people who would treat you like you treat yourself. People who respect you, people who respect your boundaries, people really who are really down for you. I'm seeing soul tribe with this group. You're about to meet soul family with this lovers card here. You're about to meet some really, really cool people. Group number 3. I just heard for some of you, this could be like something lucrative. You may be meeting like bigger name people. You may be meeting, because you got the King of Gabriel here. You may be meeting like people who are really like out here making like money, or like people who have like big businesses. people who are leaders of some sort, or leading in industry, or leading a organization. But I feel like you're about to be put in a position here to where you are meeting these people, you're able to talk with these people, and I feel like out of that you may gather some really good like guidance and advice, and for some of you, this you may even gain some type of opportunity of some sort. But I feel like overall here, you're about to be put into a very like a very stable position here, to where some of you may be stepping up into like a leadership position, or you may be I just heard coordinator, mentor, coach. But yeah, I definitely feel like many of you, you're stepping up in life. You're stepping up. You're learning. You're taking the lead. And I feel like the good news here is that you are prepared for this. You're prepared for this. Again, you've done the inner work. But what that's going to look like on the outside is you stepping up in life, you stepping up into where you're meant to be. King of Gabriel can also talk about, um, somebody who's in their life's purpose, somebody who's doing what they are natural at. The King of Wands is a natural leader. So this is something that you're very natural at, but I feel like you may have had to tame that inner critic, that inner part of yourself that doubted yourself, that had that imposter syndrome. Yeah, keep your eyes on the big picture, leave the details to others. Experience that leads to success, genuine concern for others. Literally, experience that leads to success. So you may be gaining some type of experience, um, or having a type of experience that you may run into somebody that may offer you a position somewhere. You may run into somebody who may have a lot of advice for you, or you may have a really deep conversation with. For somebody here, this could also be in a romantic sense, because you also have the lovers here. So some of you, this could be an offer of love. You may finally know what you want in love, and you may finally be receiving that. Let's get a little bit more. Okay. So at the bottom of the deck here, you have you and your loved ones are safe. So I feel like that's kind of self-explanatory. If you've been worried about you or a certain loved one, I definitely feel like the good news here is that everything is good, everything is safe, everything is taken care of, or things are going to work out the way that it's meant to work out. Let's just say that. So you have balance, spirituality, and practicality. So I feel like the good news here is that things are finally balancing out for you. Um, yeah, where things have maybe feeling like, you may have been good, like spirit, like, or you may have been really healthy, um, with your, logical like way of thinking and stuff like that, but you may have been lacking, emotional health. I feel like you've really done a good job at balancing those things out, and really seeing where you're needing to work on yourself at. Um, so yeah, I feel like the good news here is that you've definitely successfully like done a lot of really good inner work, and I feel like that's a common theme amongst most of the groups here. Collective, y'all have been doing the work, and I'm really happy for you, and I'm really proud of you as well, because it's not easy work. It's not. It's really, it can be really difficult, or really like taxing in a sense. Sometimes you may even feel like you're doing it for nothing, but adjustments are required. Sometimes I feel like you've finally learned that you may have to shift some things internally if you want to see like an external outcome, or you're just having to adjust things in general in life if you're wanting to have a desired outcome, whether that's I don't know, just doing things totally different than what you were doing it before, or maybe you were used to working by yourself, but maybe the adjustment is you working with others to get to this desired goal. I feel like you've really done a good job at learning that you got to do what you got to do. And sometimes if that's, compromising and doing things differently than what you're comfortable with, then you're into that. Especially with this King of Gabriel, stepping out of your comfort zone. A personal issue reaches resolution. So I feel like the good news here is that, again, you've finally entered into this energy of completion. You're entering into this state of peace. I feel like it's funny with the groups today. It's like this group is. It's like this group is part one. Group two is like part two, and group one is like part three. It's weird how that kind of synced up like this. So if you were drawn to watch the other groups, you may, could watch it in that order, because I feel like all the readings have built up off each other. But yeah, I feel like with this group here, you've completed a lot, you've done a lot, and it's like you are finally about to like see what that looks like on the outside. I know I've repeated that like a billion times, but it's just what I'm seeing for this group. I'm really happy for you too, group number three, because I feel like this is, for many of you, it's like a long time coming. So let's close this reading off with a nice affirmation. Just want one. Okay. Wow. The past is over. This is a new day, one that I have never lived before. I stay in the now and enjoy each and every moment. Wow. Literally, guys, the past is over. Things are balancing out for you, things are working out for you, or starting to work out for you. You may want to even use this affirmation to help kind of get your subconscious mind in alignment with this, because I feel like you're needing to view each day as a new day and not let the past hold you back. Wow, I love this energy for you. Yeah, I'm so excited for you, group number three. But group three, that is all that I'm saying for y'all. Please let me know how the reading resonates for you in the comment section. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe. You guys stay well, stay blessed, and I'll see you all in my new reading, in my next video. Peace out.